Hey everybody, this is Tom with the Board Gamer. Today we're going to do a quick overview and review for this game. If you want the full how-to, go ahead and click this icon up here or the link in the description. Now let's get into it. Creature Comforts is a 1 to 5 player game for ages 8 and up with an average gameplay length of 60 minutes, published by Kids Table Board Gaming. Creature Comforts plays over several rounds called months, approaching winter, when you will roll 2 family dice, assign workers, and then roll village dice for the round. Hopefully you will be able to collect resources to craft comforts and build improvements. After all rounds have passed and winter has arrived, the player with the most points wins. Creature Comforts is a relaxing pseudo-worker placement game. What I mean is the game looks like a worker placement, but does not follow all the same rules as other worker placements. All locations are open to all players and are not blocked off when another player goes there first. Also, you place your workers before knowing all the dice results that you have in order to complete the locations you have chosen. So the game felt weird when compared to other games I've played in the past, but it never stopped being fun. How, you ask? Well, grab your favorite creature comfort and I'll tell you all about it. Starting with the components, which usually grab anyone's attention to the game first. I have to say Creature Comforts does well. The colors on everything are vibrant but never too overpowering. They are very warm and inviting, which is good in a game about comforts. Speaking of comforts, the comfort cards you craft are very good looking and match the art style. They also have a few Easter eggs of other games you might like. I do wish they were a tad bit thicker. I fear after a lot of use the cards may start to bend a bit when shuffling. The same concern applies towards the Traveler and Improvement cards, but they are harder to shuffle just based on their size and shape. The cardboard resources are nice and easy to tell apart, and the player boards are cute, happy little homes with good looking workers. I personally think they all look great, except for maybe the raccoons. The colors fade into each other a little bit too much on that one. And the dice and cottages are fine, nothing special, but they do their job and they do it well. All in all, the components are made well and look great, and contributing to the warm feeling this game aims for. For newcomers, Creature Comforts is easy to learn and understand. For people who play games often, it takes a bit of reprogramming of how a worker placement game works. In this game, all players are free to occupy the same locations, but even before that, you only roll 2 family dice before you decide where to place your workers. You do not get to know the results of the village dice until after players have placed their workers. You basically allocate your workers to where you hope to go, more than where you plan to go. Which is great if you do not need something, but a little harder if you do. Thankfully, there is no limit to the resources, and if you do not get to or choose not to use a worker, you can collect a lessons learned token, or oopsie tokens as we call them here. They help you modify the value of the dice on future turns, which can be very helpful. In fact, I think the hardest part of the game is remembering what to do during the upkeep phase. Rotate dial here, discard lowest cards here, and leftmost card down there, and other upkeep activities. But when all is said and done, the game eventually gets easier and easier with each playthrough. Now, when discussing luck versus strategy, for Creature Comforts, I have to say it's a luck-dependent strategy game. You can go in each round with the strategy, but it's likely you will not be able to complete all the locations you place your workers. So the strategy here is to push your luck more than anything else. Oh yeah, and lots of hoping the dice results are something close to what you need. The lesson learned tokens can help alter your luck to make things more strategic than luck-based. However, the easiest way to get these tokens is to, well, have bad luck to begin with. Whether you try to strategize or just go all in on luck, you are likely to have fun playing Creature Comforts. Now the replay value for Creature Comforts is where I think it falters a bit. The limited number of Valley months and how many repeat comforts there are in the comfort deck reduce the replayability in my opinion. Granted, you will probably get a good amount of gameplay before you get bored of the game, but variety in the game will end after a few playthroughs. So I would recommend playing for a while, then tucking it away for a bit, and then revisit the game so it continues to feel fresh since the variety is a bit lacking. I personally had an odd emotional connection to Creature Comforts. It played a bit different than most worker placements. You're given partial information to create your strategy, and you don't really block other players from other locations. The only time it feels like you're interacting with the other players is on the workshop and owl nest locations. And even though this was something I did not like my first few turns, it bothered me less and less since I was still having fun. In fact, I think it bothers me more that it didn't bother me after a while. The strategy side of my brain said blasphemy, whereas the fun, carefree side of my brain said, who cares? And that side won in the end. I didn't care because the game was still fun. Not only that, it looked great and fit together nicely theme-wise. All critters are trying to prepare for a nice, cozy winter. So go around, gather your resources, and craft what you think will make a good season. I do wish there was a bit more variety, but I don't know the extent of the woodlands creatures' crafting abilities to demand more. All in all, Creature Comforts is just what it's marketed as. A cozy and comfortable game for family and friends. This board gamer says, Creature Comforts is, well, comforting, not boring. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified about new videos. If you're bored now, click this for more games.